Anyone around my age or a little bit older remembers this commercial.
You're about to be mesmerized. It's here. It's wild. It's sweeping the nation. It's Fushigi!
Fushigi. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's the coolest thing ever, and I can do it.
I don't know if these kinds of toys are popular anymore, but when I was a kid, the toy market was dominated by cheap novelty toys that often didn't live up to the commercials. I remember my friend and I had these thumb caps that would light up if you hit a button on the side, so if you had a couple friends, you could pretend to be playing catch with the light. They broke pretty quickly, and I remember all the glue on the inside of the thumb cap making my thumb all sticky. Despite their cheap production and occasional failure to live up to expectations, I and almost everyone else loved them. They were cool, and they were something you could bring to the elementary school playground and make all your friends jealous with until they either broke or your teacher confiscated them. One of the toys made popular around this time period was the Fushigi Magical Gravity Ball. I wanted one of these so badly, but I never got one. Honestly, I don't remember if I ever even asked my parents for one. I assume I did, and they just said no because I already had a ton of other toys I never played with, and they could probably sense the Fushigi balls weren't worth the price tag. If you Google Fushigi nowadays, one of the first things to come up is Fushigi scam. The Fushigi Magic Gravity Ball is a complete scam. They claim in the advertisement that the ball floats and levitates. All I received was a acrylic ball with a chrome ball on the inside for $30. What a rip-off. Don't buy the Fushigi ball because it's a freaking rip-off and scam. The ball does absolutely nothing and does not levitate like they say in the commercial, reported one unsatisfied customer in July of 2010 to the website ripoffreport.com. I think even 7-year-old me knew that the ball wouldn't actually levitate because gravity exists, but this does show that people were pretty unhappy with what the Fushigi ball delivered. What the Fushigi ball is, or was a ball designed for contact juggling. Contact juggling is a form of object manipulation that focuses on the movements of objects such as balls in contact with the body. Although often used in conjunction with toss juggling, it differs in that it involves the rolling of one or more objects without releasing them into the air, according to Wikipedia. Now, the Fushigi ball commercial makes a big deal about how easy and quick it is for anyone to master. This pissed off a lot of people who'd spent years in the contact juggling scene, as they'd felt like it invalidated all the time they'd spent practicing. It's like if you spent years perfecting a sport like basketball, and then some guy who'd never even played basketball before was telling kids all over the country that if they bought his shoes, they'd be just as good as you are. The creator of Fushigi, John Camerano, later clarified this in an interview with Brad Weston, saying, "Nobody can learn that quickly to the degree of what the artists are doing in the commercials, but you can pick up a contact juggling ball and do basic maneuvers and be just as enamored with the illusion as I was when I first picked up one. Like any skill toy or skill art, it takes dedication and practice. Unlike a magician who can't do a card trick at the beginning, you can pick up a contact juggling ball and actually witness the illusion." Another reason contact jugglers were so angry at the Fushigi ball was because people were learning about contact juggling through Fushigi. In that same interview, Brad Weston brings up that jugglers have expressed their concern that every time they practice their art, they are doing a commercial for your product. That can be pretty frustrating and is a valid concern many people had. This controversy doesn't really have an interesting end. Fushigi jumped up a lot, and I mean a lot. One contact juggling thread expanded to 100 pages discussing the controversy before it was shut down by moderators, worth of controversy. But ultimately, nothing ever came of it. There was no legal battle because there was nothing to battle over, and ultimately, Fushigi has stopped production. You can still buy Fushigi balls, but not through their website. The website looks like something I could have thrown together in middle school when I taught myself HTML, and all the links are dead and defunct now anyway. If you want a Fushigi ball, you better be willing to spend about $30 on Amazon. I considered it for this video, but honestly, it just seems like a waste of money. So Fushigi isn't around anymore. As for the man behind it all, John Camerano and his company Zoom TV, all I could find is a YouTube channel with 8 commercials from a decade ago and a website listing all their products, from bright light pillows to an at-home breast exam kit. I don't know if Zoom TV is still in business. I haven't really found anything on that, but I'm sure with all the wealth brought in through their business ventures, one website even claims that Camerano has over $500 million worth of successful products. He and his family are doing just fine. I had fun doing the research for this video, mainly due to the nostalgia of it all. My generation was really one of the last generations to have watched TV a lot in our childhood. This was 2010, so parents weren't buying the 3-year-olds Kindles and iPads like they do now. I look back at a lot of these old commercials and infomercials fondly, not because the product is any good, but because it brings me back to a time when life was a whole lot simpler. I don't know if life actually was simpler in the 2010s and early 2000s, or if it just felt that way because I was a child, but either way, it makes me happy to reminisce on those days. I could spend hours talking about the modern state of children's advertising, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about Fushigi, and frankly, there's nothing left to talk about in that respect, so I guess this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'd also like to take this time to talk about my channel. So, probably notice that all of my older videos have been privated or unlisted. That's just because I wasn't really proud of a lot of them. The first like 3, I was like, you know, these are good because I actually spent time on those and I liked them. And after that, it just kind of went downhill, in my opinion. I wasn't really a fan of a lot of them. So I've taken them down and I'm restarting the channel just because I want to start making videos that I actually enjoy creating. Yeah, I didn't script this part, so I just like the feeling of having a fresh start. So I, you know, I went back, I enlisted everything, and now we're here. That was a terrible explanation, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't have anything else to talk about, so it's the end of this video. Bye.